Is anybody a doctor here? I don't want to offend anybody. In 2006, I got sick. My body was telling me one thing, the doctors were telling me something different. I had a cold in January. I took some medicine, over-the-counter medicine. The cold went away, but my throat was still bothering me. I didn't know what was wrong. I went to Duke Urgent Care, and I told the doctor. He told me, your stomach is producing extra gas. I don't know why, but I'm going to prescribe you acid reflux medicine and allergy medicine. I went and bought the medicine, and I took them for a week. They were drying my throat, and they were making the pain worse, so I stopped. I stayed for a couple of 2 more weeks. I decided to call another doctor. So I called a Duke family doctor. I went to see her, and I told her all the symptoms what the other doctor has told me. She said, you need to take acid reflux medicine. I said, can you do a blood test? She said, no. She said no. So she prescribed me the medicine, and she said, you have to take it for 2 weeks before you start seeing the results. I went home, and I took the medicine. After 2 weeks, I didn't see any difference. I called her. I said, the medicine is not working. She said, I'm going to give you a stronger dose, and you're going to have to take it for at least 2 weeks. I went and bought the medicine. I took it for 2 weeks. There was no result. I was still sick. The pain on my throat was getting worse. I called her for the 3rd time. I said, can you do a blood test? She said, no, I'm going to change the drug. She did. I took the medicine. It didn't work. I called her for the 1st time. I said, can you do a blood test? She said, I think you have a kidney stone. So she referred me to Down Regional to get ultrasound down on my stomach. They looked, they couldn't see anything. I said, ma'am, can you do a blood test? She said, no. I think you need to see a nose and throat specialist. At that point, it has been over 3 months, and I was in so much pain. I decided to go with the idea. I went to a throat and nose specialist. They put a camera inside my throat and also took some samples for tests, and everything came out negative. I called the doctor again. I said, can you do a blood test? She finally agreed, and she brought me in. They drew blood, and she told me they will be in touch with me after 2 weeks. I went home. Within a week, she called me. She said, your blood result came back today, and you tested positive for H. pylori. This is the bacteria that causes ulcers in our stomach. But she said, in order for the medicine that I'm going to prescribe you to work, you're going to have to take two combination of antibiotics with acid reflux medicine. I said, okay, I'll take them. I went home, I bought the medicine, and I took it for 2 weeks. I finished the dose on Friday, and I was so excited because I thought I got rid of the bacteria. The next morning when I woke up, I was very sick. The symptoms came back again. I waited till Monday, and I called her. I said, can you please do a blood test just to make sure the bacteria has gone? She said, once you have H. pylori, every time you do a blood test, you're going to always test positive for this bacteria. So to me, I said to myself, this bacteria must be like HIV virus, because there's no cure. I mean, I went online and started researching, and I saw so many cases of people with the same bacteria as the one I have, and they're saying the same thing. 70% usually, when they take the antibiotic, it works. 30% have to live with that bacteria. I called my family in Tanzania, and I explained to them. Luckily, my sister has a brother-in-law who's a doctor. She went and asked him and told him the story, and the doctor laughed. He thought that was funny. He said, I'll prescribe her a medicine that she's going to take for a week, and it will get rid of that bacteria. And also he went online and researched and found this tea from South Africa. It's $200. Bet you drink it and it will clear any stomach problem that you have. So I bought it while I was waiting to get my medicine. I took the tea, my medicine got here, I took it also. I finished and the symptoms went away. I waited for a couple of weeks. I called my doctor and scheduled to see a GI. They did a test and it came negative. I waited for 3 more months to get another dose, and I waited for a couple of weeks again. I went to do a blood test. It came out negative. At that point, I learned to trust my gut feeling because I was telling my doctor from day one, can you do a blood test? And he thought I had all these other weird diseases. And I'm going to finish my speech by saying, nobody knows the story of your body more than you do, and you have the right to be heard by your physician. If you get misdiagnosed, please get a second opinion. Thank you.